Hey everyone, Hurricane Liz here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the most important aspects of selling on Amazon that most people overlook. In fact, even I overlooked it for quite some time, and once I realized just how important it was, it took a while to get caught up, and it took a lot of money to pay someone to get it actually caught up. And until I met this guy that you're about to listen from, it really made sense to me how to put it all together. In fact, how to even automate this aspect of my business. And most of you probably already know what I'm talking about. That thing is accounting. It's not the sexiest part of doing business. It's not the most fun part, but there are people out there that could help you, especially the guy that I'm about to introduce to you. Now, he was gracious enough to come on one of my OMG webinars, and he presented the following information that you're about to hear, and it's called the 7 pitfalls of accounting. And these pitfalls relate to any Amazon business, and if you automatically take them away from today's presentation that he's about to share with you here and put them into your business and start listening to what he has to tell you, you will automatically already be well ahead of other people, and you're not going to cost yourself as much money as I did when I started. So you want to take a listen to what he has to say, implement those, and if you'd like to buy the course that I bought from him, it's the same course. I highly encourage it. There's a link below. I will get a affiliate commission. However, I'm going to tell you it's the best course that I've ever bought because it automated my Amazon accounting, and because of him, I really have a nice system put together, and it was all from the stuff that he showed me on that particular course. Now, if you're not a do-it-yourselfer and you don't want to know the back end of the business or how to put it together, guess what? I've got great news for you. You can also hire him. He specializes specifically in Amazon accounting. He's done some selling on Amazon himself, as well as his brother. So he's very well versed in everything that there is to know about accounting for Amazon. So I highly recommend you either get the course or you hire him. Either one is a fantastic decision. And you're going to want to listen to what he has to say about the 7 pitfalls of Amazon accounting. So here it is. As I said before, he presented this on one of my webinars a couple months back, and it was, people just absolutely loved it. And as I said before, you will not regret listening to his advice here. So highly recommend you pay attention and you jot some notes down. I'll see you guys soon.
Kind of this third pitfall I have for you is, it seems kind of simple, but the reality is a lot of people know what they should do, and this happens in my own life. I know what I ought to do, but I still don't do it. And trust me, this is a huge pitfall, not saving money for income taxes throughout the year. And at the end of the day, for some of you, I don't know if this has been your experience, but you buy and sell inventory, buy, sell inventory, and then when April turns around, you file your taxes, and then you have like this, oh snap moment. I owe 10 grand, 15 grand to the IRS, and all my money is in inventory. What am I supposed to do? There's this huge cash flow crunch. What happens is when you save throughout the year, you can say goodbye to that cash flow crunch. And kind of, I was thinking, what are some methods in terms of, how do you save for income taxes throughout the year? And there's really kind of two methods. One's a simple method, one's a more complex one. And in terms of a simple method, all you really need to do is every 2 weeks when you get your Amazon payout, all you need to do is kind of calculate, okay, what's the value of the inventory I sold? So let's say you sold 10 grand worth of inventory. After Amazon fees, you get about a $7,000 payout. And then let's say you calculate you have about 40, your margins are about 40%. So you take out about $4,000 for the inventory that generated those sales. That leaves you with about 3 grand left over. So in the simple method, what you do is you take that 7 grand payout minus the $4,000 of cost of goods sold, your inventory costs, and you multiply that by 15%. And so that 3,000 times 15% comes out to about $450. So what you do, that $450, don't leave it in your business checking account. Just siphon that off. Do yourself a favor, siphon that off into a savings account and let that money accumulate throughout the year. And so when year end comes, you have all that money set aside, and yeah, you're really gonna appreciate that. So the more complex method, and this is really for sellers that maybe like now where you've been selling throughout the year and you haven't been saving up for income taxes. Kind of the complex method is, this is actually going to have to be where you have sort of an accounting system, is you take 25% of your year-to-date net income. So if you haven't been keeping track of your net income and you don't know what all your sales and expenses are, definitely stick with the simple method. But if you've kind of been tracking what your net income is, what you do is calculate, okay, I made 10 grand in net income so far this year. 25% would be about $2,500. That's what your savings should be. And then every month what you do is you say, okay, my net income year to date is 10,000. My savings should be 2,500. How much do I currently have in savings right now? So if you haven't saved anything up to now, you need to siphon off $2,500 immediately if you haven't already. And then what you do is each month you compare, okay, what's 25% of my year-to-date net income, and then how much do I have in savings for income tax? And what you do is month over month, you just calculate what you should have saved and what you actually have saved, so that you're always really right in the range. And here's actually the obvious benefit that you're going to reap for this, guys, is you're going to have peace of mind, right? When it comes April, you're going to know you have money saved. But here's another little benefit that I actually started to experience is when you save the money up, more than likely these are conservative formulas. So what happens in April, you have $10,000 saved up. You actually only had to pay $9,000 in taxes. What do you get to do with that other $1,000 that you saved up? That's a bonus for you. And so that's one of the really, really cool things. Like, I got my brother hooked onto the accounting system this past year, and he filed his taxes a couple of weeks ago. And he said, man, I can't tell you how much different I felt this year from last year. Not only because I had the money saved up and I didn't have to scramble to find money, but I actually had money left over. And he took his wife out on a date, and he took his kids out for a fun day at the park and the zoo and all that. So anyways, this is something that's really easy to know but hard to do, and just do yourself a favor and stick with a set schedule, so you're not having to guess payout after payout or month after month.